Welcome back to the show, everybody. And more of diversifying those BONDS is we got that Venom official teaser popping off, and I need to take a look at this. Venom is one of my most favorite comic book characters. If you didn't know that, that's a fun fact about me. And knowing that Tom Hardy is giving himself to this role, first off. Second off, that the movie is based off one of my favorite arcs in comic book history, that being the Lethal Protectors arc. And for a fun fact, the sequel to Maximum Carnage being Separation Anxiety, that game is also based off the Lethal Protectors arc, even though the game is called Separation Anxiety. Because when I think about it, in the year 1994, trying to get away with a game called Spider-Man and Venom, Lethal Protectors, given there was a game called Lethal Enforcers, probably Konami things, is probably why they named it Separation Anxiety. And that's weird enough to really think about when you think about it in that type of hindsight. But look, enough talking. I'm finna activate trailer.exe. I'm gonna let this trailer talk to me, and we just gonna do what we do. Now activating trailer.exe. This is appropriate for everybody. Change the face, gotta like that. Was that Michelle Williams? Probably was. Hmm. 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 Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. That sealed it for me. Tom Hardy is gonna make one of a hell of Eddie Brock. Now you hear what I said. I didn't say make one hell of a Venom. I say make one hell of an Eddie Brock. Because see, whether you say give up, spoil sport, we are Venom. Because that's one of the most famous lines that I remember. You are Eddie Brock, I am the symbiote, and together we are Venom. You need Eddie Brock as much as you need the symbiote for them both to become Venom, and they're not separate characters. And that's the one thing that I really hope that the movie doesn't forget. That this is much about Eddie Brock as it is about the symbiote, as them joined together as Venom, other than it's just one character. Nah. Those are three separate characters when you really think about it. That Eddie Brock, the person, the symbiote, and them together as Venom. It's like that's why Venom is one of my favorite comic book characters, because of when you really get to that point and really understand that something that the comic books and those who write it, like a lot of times they genuinely hint at it and don't say it, and other times they blatantly out there with it. But that, as a character of Venom, I've always appreciated that this is a working, interlocking thing where there are more separate parts than anything. And I really think that given how much time Hardy done to get ready for this, like, this gonna be off the meter, and it's gonna be some fun, because I already know for a fact, me and Eva Freezilla gonna see this live. I already know. If you can buy a ticket, I bet you already bought one. I get them on the phone, but I don't want to do that. But this is going to be off the meat rackazonis. Trust me, just trust me, and it's gonna be some fun. Having a good time, getting this out. But that is the end of our show. Yeah, it's been a long show, stretched over at least a day. But the main event is coming sooner than you think. Really quickly, I'd like to thank everybody for coming through, doing their thing, showing up, showing love, man. Don't forget, tip jars out there, PayPal, Patreon, do what you do. We still gonna do what we do, but if you wanna buy some chips in a bucket, handle your business, man. Yo, I'd like to thank Evo for getting Marvel. I'd like to thank Bei Zhao Long and Bay Belladonna as together as Bumblebee, doing a thing and letting Blade Blue Cross Tag Battle be what it is. I like to thank all the ignorant people on the internet for being ignorant people and forgetting that journalistic integrity is important, because all you do is make YouTube videos, and there's a difference between journalists and people who want to be journalists and believe in the integrity of being a journalist, and just people making YouTube videos. I like to thank the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for being my childhood heroes and show with inner childhood me, aka young Timmy, who loves him some Michelangelo because that's his favorite Ninja Turtle and mine too. I like to thank the Deadpool trailer for being a Deadpool trailer. I appreciate that. And I like to thank the Venom teaser for being exactly what it is, for getting me hyped and excited for going to see this live with an audience. The show is over, but we are just beginning here on Team GRF TV. You'll see what I mean. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me for all these segments. Another episode of Triple the Guy Speaks on in the books. And with all that being said, I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out. We are Venom.